My mother was like, Cross, you're 33. This kid is 32. How did she fucking play us all?
Or maybe they sing and they just like, I make her attach myself to the storyline to make her be the guy. You can hold her, calm down, hold her head come off face, what makes she talk? She's angry. And she doesn't see it, she lost it. We just they follow person, follow no 1 minute. You know, sleep small, just come.
On this video, I'm going to tell you all about certain reactions from certain housemates, all right? Now, in the midst of all of that chaos happening between Ilebaye and WHITEMONEY and then other people that actually joined in to defend Ilebaye last night, there was a dawning, a moment of realization for New, Cross, and Doyin. Guys, their reaction was epic. It was as if these people had a eureka moment into realizing that, wow, they had been played for a fool by a 22-year-old Ilebaye. Guys, their conversation was quite hilarious, and that is what I will be sharing with you on this video. So please make sure you watch this video to the end. Do not skip out so that you do not miss out on any part. Right. Let's talk about New, Cross, and Doyin's reaction to that whole Ilebaye and WHITEMONEY's shenanigan that happened last night. Guys, it was simply hilarious. I listened to these three people's conversation, and guys, in a way, I felt sorry for them. I felt sorry for them because, guys, imagine getting used and played by a 22-year-old, all because you are trying to be a good person, all because you're trying to defend. Guys, see ya. In the midst of all of that drama that was happening between WHITEMONEY and Ilebaye last night, Doyin and Cross, I think, okay, Doyin and Cross, yeah, they had stayed upstairs, the head of house lounge, they had stayed on the balcony, and they had watched it all from upstairs. And it was as if there was a moment of realization, there was a dawning, there was an awakening in these people, you know, into the realization that this girl had been using all of them, that this girl had been playing the script of emotional blackmail to get ahead in the game. Guys, see, the point is, at that point in time, they just literally clocked Ilebaye'S game, and it threw, it threw Doyin especially into a fit of rage. Guys, Doyin was so angry last night. I've never seen Doyin that angry before. I mean, I've actually seen her get upset and sad, you know, during her diary session. That was about last week. But last night, in fact, call it the early hours of this morning, oh my God, Doyin was so furious. She was working out so hard to brush off the anger that was going to make her lose her mind. Guys, Doyin was almost going crazy. Then Cross, on the other hand, was so upset, he started laughing like a lunatic. You know what, guys? Let's get into this video. I will tell you all about it. I will tell you the details of their conversation. It was quite hilarious, as I said. I'll give you all the details, all right? And I would love to hear your thoughts about it all in the comment section below. Please make sure you watch to the end of this video. Do not skip so that you do not miss out on any part, all right? And you are all welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Gloria Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. This tea is quite juicy and spicy, yes, and I would love to hear your thoughts about it as well. So yeah, let's get into this video. And hey, if you are new here, special greetings to you. Thanks for subscribing, to joining this community. If you have been coming here for a while, or maybe you're you're coming across my video for the first time, thank you so much for clicking to watch. Please do not hesitate to do exactly what you see on your screen, to subscribe, turn on post notifications, to become a bona fide community member. Frankly Speaking with Gloria Elijah. Anyways, please also like this video and feel free to share. All right, now quickly, let's proceed with the details of this conversation. So yeah, as I said, whilst all of that drama was happening downstairs, especially the part where Ilebaye was crying, like this girl was literally crying, she was causing a scene. She was crying, she was wailing, she was yelling. Guys, even Sefe, if you were there, you would feel really bad for her and you would want to defend her. So a lot of people rose up to the occasion, to take her side, to defend her. Now, whilst all of that was happening, Cross and Doyin, I think Kimopra as well, they were upstairs in the head of house lounge. So they were hanging by the balcony and they were watching everything unfold. At that point in time, Doyin was filled with so much rage. She was upset. She was really upset. Anyways, the camera was going back and forth around the house, in different conversations. And then it landed in the bathroom of the head of house lounge. And that was where we were introduced into a conversation between Neil, Cross, and Doyin. Now, these three people were expressing their disappointment in themselves over the fact that this girl had been using them to play her game. She had been manipulating them with emotional blackmail into doing her bidding, into defending her all the time, into taking her side, whilst using their protection to pave her way in the game. Guys, Cross was laughing like a lunatic. Where you just realized that somebody just played a fast one on you and it was right there in your face and you did not see it? That was how it was for Cross. This guy was just laughing. And for him, it was the realization that a 22-year-old, was capable of such cleverness, was capable of such tricks. So the guy was just laughing and was like, oh my God, Cross Okonkwo, who would have thought that you that is very smart would be used like this? So for him, his own realization happened last week, Saturday. Now, he did not really give details about how he got to that realization, but he said it happened on Saturday last week. And guys, I'm guessing it's probably about the whole Prince situation. Yeah, probably, but he did not really give details. Now, for Neil, he said, that his eyes are open now, so he's just being careful and trying to remove himself from any situation involving Ilebaye. And then he had left. For Doyin, she said that actually WHITEMONEY had actually informed her ahead of time, that he had actually warned her before and had told her to, see clearly what's happening. But as at that time, she had paid no heed to his warnings or his advice, because at that time, he was fully invested emotionally in her friendship with Ilebaye. And guys, we all know the backstory. If you all recall that time, you recall how the whole house, of course, definitely there's been cases of a gang up of people bullying Ilebaye, but she would just carry everything on her head, and she also said that every time she had a conversation with Ilebaye back then when they were still friends, that Ilebaye would always tell her, Doyin, be smart, open your eyes, watch, be smart. But she never clocked what this girl was trying to tell her. She never really understood the message Ilebaye was trying to pass to her. That it's now that she sort of removed herself from the situation, now that she's no longer, neck deep into Ilebaye's drama, that she can now see clearly that this girl has actually been manipulating her, using them. Like, guys, Doyin was so angry. She and Cross were talking about it, and then Kimopra walked in on them, talking about it, and then she was telling them not to have the conversation anymore. And guys, I really appreciated what Kimopra did at that point in time, because, ladies and gentlemen, we know us, the viewers. Yes, there are those people that would watch these people, that is Cross, Doyin, and Neil, having that conversation, and they will conclude that those three people were trying to gang up on Ilebaye, that they were conspiring against Ilebaye. And we saw what happened when, PERE and the rest had their own conversation and actually conspired against Ilebaye. People were angry at those people. So probably stemming from that history, that backstory, Kimopra had come and told them, listen, I advise you guys to stop talking about this. And Doyin had said, oh, that's true. So they had actually taken the advice and they had been quiet about it. Now, because Doyin could not really express her sentiments about that particular conversation, she was so angry. Guys, at some point, I was scared that it was going to be an implosion. Yes, because she could not really vent. If she talked, people will probably feel like, oh, she's being jealous that Ilebaye is getting attention. People are standing up for Ilebaye since she's no longer the one doing that job anymore. So she was so angry that she literally went to the gym. That's the head of house gym. She was doing boxing because that's something she picked up, ever since emerging the head of house. She started doing boxing, just to relieve the tension, and to vent as well. So whilst boxing, she would be talking to herself. So she did the same thing again. She went into the gym, she was boxing, and then she was not really feeling it. And then she started doing, I don't know what they call it, guys. I've forgotten the name of that thing. But she was doing a very, very intense workout. Now, while she was working out alone, Mercy, who had been, sort of gossiping about her with Angel, with Ilebaye and Alex over the fact that they might likely fail their wager or lose their wager because they have a head of house that is nonchalant. I mean, Mercy did not really say much, to be honest, but Angel was the one that was really saying a lot. Yes, Alex was, as usual, defending herself. Ilebaye was quiet there. And when it seemed like the attention was shifting away from her, she would sniff and act like she was still crying, and then they would look at her and console her again. Anyways, Mercy had gone upstairs to the head of house lounge, and then she had met Doyin in the gym, venting her frustration on all the workout equipment. And then Mercy was, encouraging her to talk about it. And Doyin was saying that she could not talk about it. So Mercy now was asking her, okay, who made you angry? Doyin was like, that the person is out there, but she doesn't want to talk about it. So Mercy was making guesses like, oh, is it Kimopra? Is it Cross? Is it Ilebaye? Who is it? But Doyin was not saying anything. And guys, oh my God, I was so happy that Doyin did not tell Mercy anything, because if you had listened to our diary session earlier yesterday, she had told Big Brother that she had actually clocked Mercy's game. That Mercy is playing a very sneaky game. She'll come in front of you, act like she cares about you, like she likes you, but then behind your back, she'll go ahead and say all manner of trashy things about you that she's just ignoring, because this week is a relaxation week. She's head of house and she wants to enjoy the full perks of being head of house. So having that in mind, she was very careful not to spill any information to Mercy. Instead, what she was telling Mercy that the reason she's upset is because she was just angry already, and she was trying to vent her frustrations on the paper, writing, but then biggest cameras kept on following her around. Now, she did not mention the word cameras. She kept on saying this thing, because you can tell that the camera was moving around. Anywhere she goes to, the camera will follow her. So it was really driving her nuts. It was driving her crazy. It was really adding up to her frustration, because she just needed an alone time away from people watching her, from Biggie watching her. So she was so frustrated, and then she was working out intensively. And Mercy, not really clocking that the actual reason Doyin was upset was over the realization that Ilebaye had been using her to get ahead in the game, kept on, encouraging her, telling her, it's okay, don't get upset too much. Kimopra also came upstairs, and they were trying to just cheer her on. So at some point, he was soliloquizing. Yes, I mean, this guy was just literally speaking to himself. And then he was talking to Kimopra as well. And then he was wondering, like, what kind of experience did this girl go through in life, to make her so clever like this, to have the ability to use people's heads without them even knowing. Guys, I bet you that till Cross went to bed, he was still thinking out loud. He was still pondering on his life and how Ilebaye had made him look useless in the game. And guys, I'm going to be frank with you all. Yeah, you see that moment of realization for these housemates, guys, it was quite epic to me. I loved it. I loved it because, see, they now know Ilebaye'S game. So, but the question is, what are they going to do with that knowledge? Are they going to play Ilebaye by her own game? Because according to Doyin, she's so upset. She wants to tell people, but she cannot tell people, because if she does, the house already does not like her. So what are the chances that people are going to believe her or even take her side? So for her, she's calculating. She's pondering on what her next step should be. For Cross, guys, I'm not so sure. Because one thing I know about Cross is that he's going to call Ilebaye for a conversation. And he's going to ask her directly, Ilebaye, are you using my head or not? Which is literally not the right thing to do. So guys, I'm just super excited that this is almost the end of the 6th week. And these housemates, they are beginning to clock each other's game one by one. And guys, this is getting towards the finals. So I want to see how they're going to utilize this information that they've been getting. Doyin has clocked Mercy's game. She's clocked who else? She's clocked Vernita's game. She was telling Big Brother in a diary session that Vernita came to her for a conversation and she said she did not want to talk. that she does not want to even talk to her at all, that they are coexisting, and that is as far as it can go. So guys, a lot is happening, and I must give kudos to Ilebaye. Yes, I mean, we've talked about it before, that Ilebaye knows what she's doing. She pokes people to get a reaction. Last night, Alex was saying that, oh, that she took alcohol. I said, bull scrap. These housemates did not even drink much. Ilebaye drank this Smirnoff, and then she had a bit of Baileys, and that was it. How is that supposed to be responsible for her actions? Doesn't really make sense. So guys, last night, once again, in fact, for the 100th time this season, just completely reaffirmed, reaffirmed all of my analysis about Ilebaye'S game. And you see here, talking about the issue of somebody using somebody, this is not to say that these other housemates are innocent. They are not innocent, but it's about the fact that they actually thought that Ilebaye was being genuine with all of our, outcries, all of our ventings and all whatnot, which made them defend her all the time. But watching everything play out from the Head of House Lounge, guys, it just felt like they were watching from the viewer's perspective, and it gave them all the pointers they needed to see clearly through this girl's game. So ladies and gentlemen, as I said to you before, I'm excited about this new revelation that these other housemates have about Ilebaye'S game. According to Doyin still, she also recognizes that the likes of that certain people, she didn't name names, but guys, I will name names. Alex, Soma, Angel, they're trying to latch on to Ilebaye, as her guardian and protector, to also be a part of her story, because they know that that story she's playing really sells a lot with the viewers, but she's not going to be a part of it. So guys, I'm quite happy that it took Doyin, that bold step of severing a friendship with Ilebaye to come to this moment of truth. But as I asked before, what are they going to do with this information? Guys, let me know your thoughts about this whole thing. Are you excited as well? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you guys on another video soon. Have an amazing, amazing day. Bye.